Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. This time everyone, we are going to be taking a look at another much anticipated figure, the Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior Class StarScream. As you can see, he is an amazing figure with a lot of articulation and just there's so much like epic stuff going on with him. Anyway, so his ultra mode, as you can see, is a jet, obviously. If you haven't seen Season 3 or Season 2.5 or whatever, pretty much the back half of Season 2, we saw StarScream. He basically kidnapped Bumblebee, Jetstorm, Slipstream, Fix-It, and then he pretty much, he combined with the Weaponizer minicons to become a god, essentially. But thankfully he was brought down by Optimus Prime in his Power Surge form and the other Autobots, and he was promptly defeated. Same with his crew. He wasn't alone, with of course with Shadelock, Roughedge, and that Insecticon. I don't know if he'll return in the show, but if he does, fine. If not, then what can you do? He will be repainted into Skywarp for the next wave of Warrior class figures. I don't know if he'll be repainted to Thundercracker, but if he does, great. If not, then what can you do? It's been done twice before in the Generations line at some point or another. Anyway, now, before we continue into the video review, this is in dedication, of course, to one of my subscribers, Andrew Leago, who is amazing. Check out his channel. He's outstanding. And of course, he recently had his birthday, so this is a little bit of a gift right here, similar with the Blaster video. Anyway, however, I'll talk about that when we get to robot mode. But anyway, all the jet mode looks amazing. He never transformed. He and his crew never transformed into their vehicle modes, which was a shame. But anyway, so the primary clip mostly for StarScream. He is way different than what he was in Transformers Prime. Transformers Prime, he was all skinny and he looked like he had some aspects from the movie StarScream, the live-action movie StarScream, even though he's been dead for the past 6 years, since the Dark of the Moon. Anyway, so primary colors, gray, light blue, does have red, does have yellow, does have some just has some red, and then he has some yellow for the cockpit. Yeah, all in all, StarScream here is pretty cool. Love the jet mode. It's very similar to his animated jet mode. If you remember, I reviewed that years ago. Very similar. Swept forward wings, thin front of the fuselage. Unfortunately, he has no landing gear. It looks like he does, but nope, that is actually part of the joint for transformation. One of the part of the transformation is he folds down the cockpit on his back, and then that that takes care of that bit for now. He does come with a couple accessories, and that is of course his these two little cannons here. These little diminutive null ray cannons. Unfortunately, we'll talk about them here. Okay, so the little diminutive null ray cannons. They are interesting. Unfortunately, he never used them in the show. He primarily used the Dark Star Saber that was found by the Scavenger Decepticons. We know that Paralon and Scatterspike have toys, but we don't know about the other two, that being Thermidor and Clawtrap. But anyway, he never used these in the show. But if he returns, he'll probably use them. But anyway, they're not bad. I wish they were a little bit longer, like traditional G1 Nori cannons, but that's totally fine with me. I mean, it's StarScream, it's his business, what can you do? Anyway, so all in all, I think the vehicle mode is very successful. Love the design. It's very stylized. It's very streamlined. Very like, this thing could probably go at Mach 5, and then he, I don't know. Anyhow, so enough about the vehicle mode. Let's get into the transformation immediately before I start talking about the vehicle mode for the duration of this video. So unfortunately, I have to say that this video has now been concluded. We must leave the vehicle mode where it is. Let's just back away from the vehicle mode, and then we will just admire the vehicle mode as it is. So we'll have to end this video as it cannot be continued. Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. This time, everyone, we are going to be taking a look at another much anticipated figure. Okay, I'm just kidding. This video can be continued. Whoopsie daisy, I think there was a... Anyhow. Okay, so Transformation 2 Robot Mode is very unique. Not typical, not traditional StarScream, but it works. First thing you want to do is you want to come to the wings and untab them. That's going to be his back. Next thing you want to do is you want to take the front of the legs, just basically flip these pieces out. There's going to be his feet. Then what you want to do is you want to take what was the back here, and actually, well, no, don't do that first. You have to basically take the sides here. Those are going to be his arms. Just take them and just get them out of the way. Get them out of the way. And you want to take the back here and just get that, just basically get the underside of the way. Take the front of the legs and just basically fold them down, extend them down, almost like the aerial bot transformations from the Combiner Wars. And then split the legs, and those are, and Bob's your uncle, there is the lower half. Next thing you want to do is you want to take, well actually we'll do this first. Take the front of the fuselage and pretty much untab it. It's going to reveal his head. Sometimes it doesn't want to come off, but oh, there we go. It did that time. There's his head, and you just want to essentially, this is cool. What you can do here is you can take, flip the back of the, what was the front of the wings of the jet? Sorry, I'm stuttering here. Take the back of the nose cone, flip it back along this side. As you do that, you can flip this backpack section up, flip into place, lock it into place, and there is his shoulder pads and cape, whatever. Next thing you want to do is you just want to take what were the shoulder pads, and just pretty much tab them against the sides here. There's these little notches here, and there's a tab there, and just want to make sure it catches on to both edges, like so. Do that, and then get the backpack situated like so. And the last little bit here is just rotate the arms forward like that, and then come onto the underside and open his wrists like that. So, and then get the backpack situated like so, like that. Unfortunately, these wings do not transform, so that's my that's my minor complaint, and I have another one I'll talk about, which has actually been going on for the past, it's been an issue with several other reviewers. Anyway, there you go. There you have StarScream in his robot mode. Oh my god. This is an amazing design. It's just incredible, I'll say that. Articulation-wise, his head can turn side to side. It sadly will not go up and down side to side, so it can, you could force it to wiggle, what you can do. The arms can rotate side to side, but because of the shoulder pad design and the wings, you can't really do much. Out to the side on the arms, bend the elbow, it can rotate. That's it. Wrists can bend back and forth due to transformation, but he doesn't have any wrist articulation, doesn't turn. He has, at first I thought he had waist articulation, but he didn't. But that's okay. Legs forward, back, out to the side, bend to the knee, rotate, and feet are posable. So, yeah, all in all, StarScream here is pretty good. Sometimes these don't want to catch on, so, if you know what I mean. So, there we go. Got that clicked into place. It takes a little force, and same if you want to go back to vehicle mode. Take a look at his head. My god, it's amazing. Simply outstanding. Cannot be denied whatsoever. It's truly an astonishing figure. Like, look at the face. Like, it's so different than what we saw back in Transformers Prime. And it's just like, goodness sakes, and we know how he survived the Predacons. He killed the Predacons. Okay, my review, if you remember my review of Minicon Madness, I said that StarScream killed the Predacons. He didn't kill them all. He killed Darksteel and Skylinks. So Predaking is technically still out there. We never saw Predaking in the flashback, so I'm sure we'll probably see him in Season 3, and then he'll explain how and why and all that stuff. Because there's a comic saying that he is on Earth, so he's somewhere. He may be still in that same cave where he broke the Forge of Souls Prime and broke Ultra Magnus' hand in the process. Anyway, so let's talk about the other issue we have with StarScream. Look at him! He's falling over. He's doing the ballerina dance, you know? Actually, no, not ballerina. He's trying to do the limbo, but his ball joints are a little loose. Like, it feels fine, but it's like you do something like this, and then, oop. Yeah, be careful of that. You can just fix that with some floor polish or nail polish or pledge or maybe a little bit of Bartolo, but I don't know if I'd recommend Bartolo over any of that, so it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so the weapons. In terms of weapons, you can place them in his hands, like so. Alright? And also, you can also place this weapon in his hands. You can do that, but of course, we all know StarScream. Traditional StarScream goes on the arms, so yeah. Okay. So, get those on, and there we go. So, okay, so StarScream, there we go. Have him all armored up and ready to go. Okay. In terms of the backpack, you can position them however you want. I can't remember how exactly it was in the show. I think it was like this. I think it was sprawled out like this, I think. But I'll just tuck it against his back here, so anyway. But anyway, all in all, StarScream here is a very successful figure at that. He has a couple other versions. Has a Power Surge form that comes with Macon Lancelot that was in the show. He comes, he's a Legion class figure coming out in the Combiner Force line that's coming next year, which is cool. But anyway, now for size comparisons. So unfortunately, yeah, we have some technical issues, so I'm going to have to go get my size comparisons, so I'll be back as soon as possible, because there are some major requests for size comparisons. So, one moment please, and I'll be back as soon as possible. In the meantime, we have a bit of a montage from you-know-who to another, I'll stay true. You know what I mean. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I, trying to find my size comparisons. Alright, so, alright, so here is size comparison number 1. Here is Prime Megatron from Transformers Prime. We haven't seen him in the entirety of the RID cartoon. He's been mentioned several times, but you know, anyhow. So if we take a look very closely, StarScream, unfortunately, you're going to have to gain some more weight, as Fixit said, because, yeah, he goes up to Megatron's abdomen region. The same thing with the the repaint retool that came out in the Beast Hunters line. So, in terms of other side comparisons from Prime, StarScream dwarfs Knockout. He's bulkier than Soundwave. Shockwave dwarfs StarScream. Same with Predaking and Darksteel. Skylinks, at least in his robot mode. Oh my god. They're even kill. So yeah, but this is the main comparison. Oh, in the deluxe Megatron that came in a 2-pack at the beginning of the Prime line, yeah, StarScream and Megatron are even kill on that. So in terms of the Voyager size, yeah, you can see that StarScream from RID is a little bit smaller, or about the same size, but a bit bulkier than his Prime self. Oh, and I did compare RID StarScream to Prime StarScream, bulkier, but he kind of edges him out on the tip of the crest. So, so there. You will visually see them in future videos, but this was the main comparison that everyone wants to know. I don't know if any other YouTube user has done this comparison, but I just, wanted to show that off. So yeah. But yeah, that is pretty cool. I'll show off a couple more comparisons very quickly. Here is, real quick, here is Bumblebee from the same line from RID. Right, about even kill. You can see that StarScream is, just kidding. Just kidding. Easy, Bumblebee, easy. I'm trying to review him. Don't do that again. Okay? Alright, thank you. Okay, so, looking, you can see that StarScream is a bit taller than him because of the bulkiness. So, there's that. There you go. Here is Optimus Prime, Clash of the Transformers self. You can see that Optimus kind of edges him out a bit, just because of Optimus's bulky shoulder pads. Here's Fix-It. Fix-It goes up to his unfortunate region of you-know-what. Anyway, here is Sideswipe. You can see Sideswipe kind of goes up to the chest. His backpack kind of goes up to the chest of StarScream, like at his, like right literally at his face. So there's that. Apologies, I'm just trying to find some quick size comparisons here. Here is, oh, StarScream fell over. I didn't see that. I'll have to go back and look at that clip. Here is Strong Arm. Strong Arm goes right here, What can you do? Strong goes up to the midsection of his chest. I did a size comparison, by the way, StarScream with RID Megatronus, the warrior figure. Megatronus is a bit shorter than StarScream. Thunderhost's a bit taller. Quillfire is been worked by everyone. What can you do? Here is Steeljaw. We'll do a quick size comparison with StarScream and Steeljaw. I'm curious to see if Steeljaw returns and StarScream returns. Why do they work together? That'd be neat. Anyway, Steeljaw really needs a new figure. Well, there's that 2-pack from Decepticon Island I recently got, but we'll talk about that later. Man, I'm gonna get those joints fixed so bad on Steeljaw. Yeah, you can see that Steeljaw goes right up to the midsection of his chest again. So, again, a little precise comparison. Here is Grimlock holding Triceratops, one of the mini-cons that StarScream obviously kidnaps and lawlesses about. So there's that. This is a very long review. I'm sorry about this. I did a size comparison with Jazz. Jazz goes up to the chest. Same with Windblade. I think Windblade, if you count the wings, I think Windblade's a little bit bulkier. So Windblade wins in the bulkiness. So there's Grimlock right here. So there you go. About even. Grimlock goes goes to the mid, about even, midsection of the chest. Here is Drift, the original Drift. Little taller Drift is because of the shoulder pads. Here is Jetstorm and Slipstream. Both go up to the knees, or halfway through the legs, I guess. And I think one more size comparison I can think of. Oh! Here's an interesting size comparison. I'll do a quick one here. Here is... excuse me. Here is Armada Megatron. Here is G1 Megatron from Combiner Wars. Oh, and, yeah. And here is Titan's Return Galvatron as well. Whee! Megatron, is that you? Here's a hint. Where are my minicons? No, Megatron, where are my minicons? My little StarScream impression. So yeah, StarScream goes up to the you-know-whats. So yeah. By the way, in case you were wondering about the fates of Armada and G1 Megatron from Thomas and the Fallen Prime, you saw their flashback in, what's that episode? The episode where, in my series, Thank You, Philip. Yes, Thank You, Philip. They'll be returning. And as for the Titan's Return Galvatron, he will appear. It's going to be dramatic with his appearance. Don't worry. And no, it's not going to be like Lockdown from Age of Extinction, just so you know. Okay, so back to the review. All in all, StarScream is an astonishing figure. Bringing Prime Megatron back. Again, this is the comparison that everyone's been wanting to see. It's been astonishing. It's, you know, that kind of thing. Alright, so you've had your time. We'll see you in your debut episode in RID. Okay, so back to the review of RID StarScream. All in all, will I recommend getting StarScream? Absolutely. No doubt about it, you have to get this figure. If you miss out on this mold, go get Skywarp and potentially Thundercracker if they do it, or maybe, let's just say by chance they do like a Sunstorm or Acid Storm. I know we already got them in Masterpiece format, but man, it would be so cool to... I mean, I know they've already retired the original Classics mold, but you know, anyway. But as I said, Robots in Disguise StarScream, tremendous figure. I wish he came with the Dark Star Saber. Yes, you can get it on some website. I know the website. I can't remember exactly which one. But you can get the Prime accessories like the relics and all that stuff. Because I mean, that's probably what Season 3 is going to be focused more on, is the relics that the scavengers dug up from the end of Season 2. But yeah, StarScream as a whole, go get him. Oh, does have a Decepticon symbol on the shoulder you can scan for the video game. Outstanding, tremendous. My only complaints obviously being that the wings don't transform, they don't fold back, and the legs of the hips are just way too freaking loose. Man, I mean, I don't have this issue with my other figures, but it just be... I hope they fix that issue on Skywarp. I know they fixed some of the... I don't know. I know in the past they fixed that with pre-tools and retools and stuff. Like, for example, with... what I'm trying to think of... oh yeah, the Generations Blitzwing, you know, with its quality, they fixed that on Double Dealer. I've heard the Megatron, the Voyager Megatron from Titan's Return is a pre-tool. But I'll have to do some investigating when we get to that figure, which will not be till sometime next year or whatever. But anyhow, great figure. You will not be disappointed by this guy. Pick him up. He's a Toys R Us exclusive, by the way. So just be careful on that. I kind of hope his crew, like Shadelock and Rough Edge and the Insecticon, get toys too. It'd be kind of neat, because they never transformed. They never transformed. I mean, yes. Other than Clawtrap, the Scavengers transformed, but not Clawtrap and not StarScream's crew. Anyway, despite all this, get StarScream. He's an outstanding figure. I mean, and yes, I know that hips were the issue on the Prime figure as well with StarScream, the deluxe, the original one. But, I mean, this guy is tremendous. He's more colorful. He's more G1-esque. It's just, and he's just so prominent. I mean, anyway. So, anyways, guys, that is my video review of Transformers Robots in Disguise StarScream in dedication to Andrew Leago. I hope this is what you were looking for. And if not, feel free to comment down below and tell me what I've missed and all that stuff. And I can certainly revisit this at some point. But until then, guys, that is my video review of the Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior Class StarScream. I will see you all very soon. I will be back as soon as possible with my next video, and yes. So take care, see you soon, have a good day, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.